At FS Expo over a week ago now, Nikki from Honeycomb announced the Honeycomb Delta flight panels. An interesting addition into Honeycomb's lineup that will allow you to drag your instruments and avionics away from your simulator and assemble them into some sort of cockpit. Used alongside Honeycomb's other products such as the Alpha Yoke and Bravo Throttle. I sort of tried them out on the show floor at FS Expo, so let's talk about them using some photos I've taken off the internet and of course filmed in person. Okay, so a rundown on this product based on this very handy PowerPoint slide I took off the FS Expo livestream. The Delta flight displays are available in two sizes, 7-inch which is the smaller one, or 12-inch. These touchscreen displays wirelessly connect to your PC and of course your simulator through that and allow you to pull out your avionics or instruments in what seems to be a relatively seamless manner. They feature some physical buttons on there aside from being touchscreen, including a dual rotary knob and a more common push button. I believe the system they run off to pull out the instruments from your simulator is Air Manager, which some of you may have experience with. And they all come preloaded with the Honeycomb software, allowing you to cycle through a variation of avionic and instrument displays on both default aircraft and of course payware aircraft. I saw it on the Zebu 737 I believe at the Honeycomb display at FS Expo, which is very cool, although I personally didn't get to try it out for myself on Microsoft Flight Sim. Now physically they can be directly linked up to other Honeycomb products such as the Yoke or Throttle, thus allowing you to build a pretty cool cockpit if you buy a few screens and already have some Honeycomb products. Now in terms of prices, so far we are looking at $250 for the 7-inch display and $350 for the 12-inch display, which when you consider other sim avionic products, that is pretty good going. Now of course, you won't get the tactile feel of say a G1000 Suite, which does exist on the market already, but on the flip side of that, the Delta flight displays can be completely customised to the aircraft of your choice at a cheaper price, meaning you can of course buy a lot more displays than having just one, and certainly very clever from Honeycomb. I think that's a great thing for flight simming in general. Now the screens also feature motion sensors, which I don't really see much of a point of, as the screen is touchscreen and has a menu on there anyway, but I guess it could be for power saving, i.e. you could wave your hand in front of it to wake the screen up. Now we have some information, we have the price, but we don't have a release date just yet. One thing I would say with Honeycomb is that regrettably you should expect delays. That is just how their company rolls. And that does mean we may not see the Delta displays for quite some time. In terms of Xbox, I simply do not know whether or not it will be coming on there. It does seem to be the intention of Honeycomb to make their products compatible with Xbox Microsoft Flight Sim, as proven with their Xbox Hub, so more information is needed here. The Delta flight displays will work out of the box with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, X-Plane 11 and 12, as well as DCS, and I'm presuming Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, but no confirmation on the last one here. Now at this year's Flight Sim Expo I did get to try it out, albeit sort of. While I could touch it and get a feeling for how it all was sort of set up and play around with some of the menu items on there, the Wi-Fi at the event was not working properly at the time, so it wasn't necessarily connected up to the simulator, which is a big issue on its own. Hopefully there'll be an Ethernet option so you can directly connect it up to your sim without external Wi-Fi. Now that was just for me. I did actually get to see it when others were using it. It was working perfectly fine, so I know it does work. I will say in terms of quality it felt on par with their current products, same materials, similar feel. The screens were bright enough even under the hanger lights, and from that personally I'm really looking forward to it. They're a good size, they're not too big but they're big enough that you can squeeze your basically standard analog 6-pack on one of the 12-inch displays, and if you have got two of them you can fit all your Airbus or Boeing displays on there as well. You can use the smaller one for smaller Garmin units or maybe something like an FMS or MCDU, so definitely a lot of potential here, and personally I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully the quality I saw at the expo is maintained when it heads to production. All in all, this is something I think all us flight simmers are really looking forward to, and I have to say, if there's a team to do it, it would be Honeycomb. Although, as I've already said, don't be surprised if it's delayed. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to it, but do feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Honeycomb Delta flight panels, they're coming soon. No information on when that will be, but personally I think it's something to get really excited for. Now before we wrap up, UK simmers can get a Honeycomb Alpha Yoke or Bravo Throttle Quadrant for 150 quid respectively. That is each, not together, that would be too good of a deal. So that's £100 off per product, which is a great saving. I know when I got my yoke it was 280 quid, although I did import it from America because it hadn't been released in the UK at the time. So now you can pick up a yoke or a throttle for £150 off the Curry's website. You can use my affiliate links down below, no added cost to you, but it is a great way of supporting the channel and you get a good deal out of it. On that note guys, thanks for watching, it's been a pleasure having you all here today. I'll see you around, bye bye.
Lord,